Today we are at the 12th annual Willmar Spicer Polar Plunge, and joining me is the Chief of Police, Jim Felt. Jim, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Great. Thank you for being here too.
Tell us a little bit about what's happening at today's event.
It's a big event for us. This is one of the primary fundraisers for Special Olympics Minnesota. There's 20 different plunges going throughout the state. However, Spicer happened to be number 4 in the state when we started back. This is actually going to be the 13th plunge this year. And, it's a great way to show support for the Special Olympics athletes and also raise money for a great cause. So.
There's been a lot of money raised over the course of the last decade or plus. Last year, $74,000 was raised. I think we've hit the $500,000 mark from the Willmar Spicer Plunge, correct? What does that mean for Special Olympics?
Through that, they've been able to do so much more for the athletes out there with sports programming, coaching, and other training, even life skills training for the athletes. So, it really benefits everyone throughout the state by this event.
So there are groups that jump and individuals that jump. What is the difference between that? And then are there challenges that go on between either individuals or groups?
Yep, we do individuals and groups, and the main thing with groups is that there's kind of strength in numbers, bravery in numbers. That's why most people jump with groups. Otherwise, groups can challenge each other. The Special Olympics does give prizes for the biggest group, biggest groups in different categories like businesses, emergency services, things like that too. So, with that, they can challenge each other, and they mainly go for a plaque from Special Olympics.
So what are some of the incentives that Special Olympic has for both groups and individuals if they raise certain amounts of money?
Sure, for each individual plunger, if they raise $75, they get a long sleeve t-shirt that's imprinted with the plunge. Only plungers get that. They don't sell them. You have to earn them by jumping in the water. The more money you raise, the better incentives you get. So it can be hats, jackets, gift cards, you name it. By the time you hit the several $1,000 mark, it's some very good items they have for you.
Okay. Well, so we have some guys down in front of us here. Tell us what their role is, who they are, and what their role is.
You bet. As part of this, we staff it with emergency service people. We're happy to say that no one has ever been injured at the Special Olympics other than at a plunge, other than spectators that have slipped on the ice. But these are volunteers from the New London and Spicer Fire Department. Their job is to make sure that everybody that goes in the water comes out of the water. A lot of times they'll just kind of point people towards the ladder so they can get out. But we also have an ambulance on standby. Fortunately, it's never been needed, first responders. So we're staffed just in case.
And I'm feeling pretty lucky today having to be out here. It's actually relatively nice. What has the coldest it's been during one of the polar plunges here?
The coldest one I can remember was about 2 years ago when the wind chill put it at about, I think, 18 below. And I jumped that year too, and it was pretty brutal. But, the water was actually 33 degrees. It felt warm for a split second in there, but the run to the tent to change, that was a very cold one.
So how many years have you been jumping?
For me, this will be year number 5. So I haven't done it every year, just depending on our staffing and what excuse I can come up with. But this will be number 5 for me.
All right. Jim, thanks so much. I appreciate it, and happy jumping today.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the Polar Plunge for 2016.